All right, moving on to the next section part. Okay, it says the graph of f of x is equal to x squared was transformed to create the graph of g of x is equal to f minus 7.5 squared. So first thing we need to do is just graph both of them. Okay, we should know exactly what's going to happen because, so I graph that, then tab g of x is equal to parentheses x minus 7.5. Let me make sure it's a minus there. Yes, it is a minus. Remember that minus inside the parentheses moves it to the right. Okay, so I'm going to graph it. You see right there, it moves it to the right. So, but in math terms, we call it a shift to the right. Okay. Harold graphed h of x is equal to x squared, and h of x equals to on the same coordinate grid. Okay, this is something different. Okay, you see it says f. Okay, that means it's referring back to this function right here. What you need to do here, this is a different way to graph. So I'm going to start a new graph here. Let's start with a new document altogether. I don't want to save anything. I'm going to add, nope. I'm going to add a graph. Okay, my first one is going to be what they say, x squared. Enter. Okay, the second one, if you see it, f of x plus 5. Okay, this is f of x. What you need to do here is, because this is f of x, f1 of x. Okay, so what I'm going to do is put f, I'm going to type in f1 because we're looking to see how f1 changed. Now I'm going to put parentheses x plus 5. X plus 5. You know what I forgot? I forgot to put the negative in front. Okay, so I need to put the negative in front. Okay, this is how we can see how f of 1 changed. And if you look at it, it translated to the left 5 and reflects. So that's what we're going to look for. The graph of f is shifted 5 units to the left and reflected across the x-axis. So that one is correct right there. Okay. Again, I like to do a new document here. Don't want to save, and I'm adding a graph. On this one, it's x squared. Okay. Now, h of x is equal to 2 f of x. So what am I going to do? I'm going to go to tab F2. I'm going to put 2 because we're looking at F1, right? So I put F1 of x. So I can refer back to my original equation. You see that? It made it more narrow. So H is more narrow than F. So the answer is J. Why don't you try this one on your own? Okay. like a quadratic function. Okay, so g of x is equal to 5x squared minus 12. K of x is equal to 5x squared plus c. For what value c with a graph of 9 units above? So that means I want to, okay, remember, these right here, these numbers right here tells you that it's going to translate. So I want it 9 units above, so I'm going to just put plus 9. Okay, negative 12 plus 9, you should get negative 3. That should be your answer. Alright, why don't you try this one on your own? Okay, for function p in the form of ax squared plus c, in what value is a and c are both less than 0? So if you look at it here, when a is less than 0, it's going to reflect, okay? The parabola is going to change from this to this, okay? So we're looking for a parabola that opens down. So we know this one's not correct, okay? And c are both less than 0. So c is kind of like your y-intercept. So c is less than 0. So that means your y-intercept is less than 0. So it should be at the bottom. See, this is at 0, so it's wrong. This is above 0, so it's wrong. So our answer here is H. Okay, try this one on your own. Then this one.